So Deontay Wilder pretty much turned down the step aside offer so Tyson Fury could take on Anthony Joshua. I believe they offered him 20 mil. And Wilder said, nah, fuck that, pretty much. So it's pretty apparent that Wilder is an honorable man, you know. It's some things that you can't buy when it comes to real men, bro. There's some things you can't buy. And, honor is when you have it in your heart to avenge something, can't nothing deter that shit, bro. When you hell bent, nothing could stop that. Tyson Fury is either gonna have to because let's keep it in mind, let's keep it real. He still don't have to fight him. He could just still violate the whole shit, probably get sued out his ass, and probably some other things behind that as well. But if he does decide to man, I'm gonna fight him, he gonna get his head knocked off. I can tell you that right now. Skill and all that shit out the window. Who cares about skill? Who cares about none of that? When somebody's hell bent and they want blood, they coming for your head, man. It's a wrap for Fury, man. So we need to say his prayers while he can, right? You know what I'm saying? And look, I ain't even a fanboy, but I always said Wilder, he wasn't the poster child of a great boxer as far as his style and everything, but he's still an anomaly. The man has been doing his thing this long, and until he got to a certain competition, and he started having, he started looking a little bit beatable, but almost ain't good enough. You feel me? And it's only a handful that is supposedly so-called elite fighters or upper echelon or mid-level that was able to really give him problems, but he still knocked them out. Now, I don't really like getting into the whole Glovegate thing. I hate talking about it because I'll be fair. I didn't like how they did Mark Breland. I'll never respect that because Mark Breland grew up in my hood, around my way, and some folks, man. I met Mark Breland years ago. While back. You know what I'm saying? But good guy, man. Soft spoken. Everything, man. His family. The Breland family is pretty close with my family, actually, man. A lot of Mark Breland's family members went to school with my aunts and uncles and stuff like that. So that's why I got a lot of respect for Mark Breland. He's really a good dude. You know what I mean? I met him when I was about 11 years old. Good brother, man. And I was a little upset with the accusing of spiking the drink thing when you have no real proof. So you can't, I just thought that was so wrong. I thought that was very disrespectful. At the same time, there are some questions, man, and I don't know if anybody else is asking themselves these questions. The first fight with Wilder and Fury, people were saying that he was cheating in that fight too, Tyson Fury. I don't know, don't really care, but something that I caught on to, right? Now, people are saying that Wilder was he didn't look at himself in the second fight. Looked drunk, dazed. He was blinking a lot. I did see some things I never saw from the other fights. The big question is this, man. How come Tyson Fury couldn't do what he did to Deontay Wilder in the first fight that he did to him in the second one? I'm trying to somebody make me understand it, because what was different? That's why, when it comes to that whole being spiked and all of that, it might hold some kind of merit. It might hold some kind of merit. That doesn't mean Mark Breland did it though. I looked at Wilder in that fight, and here's the thing, man. Tyson Fury isn't known for power. You got the Tyson Fury fanboys that'll say, Tyson Fury, man, he's a big, he has power. No, okay, listen. assuming Deontay Wilder was drugged, he couldn't even knock him out. He couldn't fully knock Deontay Wilder out. If that man was in that ring drugged and out of his mind, how come everything Tyson Fury was throwing everything into him, he couldn't even lay Wilder down, like permanently put him down, fam? Something to think about. And why wasn't he doing all? Why wasn't Wilder looking like that in his first fight? And why wasn't Tyson Fury doing what he did in the first fight? Where did all his aggression just come from out of nowhere in the second fight? So that's why I want to see the third fight. Should be rather interesting because we get to see what Tyson Fury is like in this fight, if they fight. It's a question that I always I go back and I watch those fights all the time, and I try to figure out, like, okay, this man just turned into Superman and started whooping on Wilder in the second fight, but he couldn't do any of that in the first fight. Well, sometimes you learn from your opponents, and second fight he learned something that he saw something in him in the first fight, and he just applied it in the second. Shut up, man. Shut that dumb shit up. Get the fuck up out of here. So that shit is questionable, bro. It's something definitely didn't look right in that ring in the second fight. And I'm not even talking about the glove thing. I hate really getting into the glove thing because I really don't talk about that shit as much. I really don't. His glove was bent this way and whatever. I just want the fanboys to answer that question for me. Why? How did he perform that way in the second fight? Why didn't he just do all that in the first fight? Interesting, right? But let me know what y'all think about that. Do you guys think that Deontay Wilder was really drugged in that second fight? Or did he look like he wasn't himself? Because he was talking about his suit and all of this other stuff. I don't even know if he even said that. I mean, people are saying he said that. I mean, I didn't hear Wilder come out of his mouth. I mean, maybe he did. Show me the audio of him saying his suit was too heavy. Maybe there is audio. I haven't heard it, so correct me if I'm wrong. But if he didn't say that on audio, then that's just hearsay. That's claiming he said that. We don't even know if he said that if it's not on video, right? Anyway, let me get off this. Like, subscribe, support the channel. I'll catch you guys later on the next one. Peace.